Hey everyone, I'm Vinay,
And I'm Bree.
and this is our 7th episode of Don't Speak for Us. So today's topic is about compromise. How do you feel about that?
Me. I feel like every person should get in their system what it means to compromise, because there's so many takers in this world, and there are a lot of people who give. Well, I'm gonna say it's a lot of people who give, but there are people who give, and some people just take. Mm-hmm. Whether it be in relationships, whether it be in friendships, whether it be in the workplace, whether it be, anywhere.
I feel like with any friendship, relationship, whatever it is, we have to have compromise. There has to be a give and take. There has to be mutual agreements. There has to be reciprocation. There has to be all of the above. Showing people that you care. I see you, you see me. We know what we need, and we take care of each other's need. It shouldn't ever be one-sided. Even when it comes to things that we don't agree on, let's compromise. Let's do something in the middle, whatever it is. I'll meet you halfway. But if the person is not willing to meet you halfway and it's okay, my way, that gets a little annoying.
Once being one-sided is, or dealing with a person that's one-sided can be very mentally, physically
draining,
emotionally draining.
draining.
And then if you have a good heart, it just seems like sometimes people like to take advantage of that. They feel like, oh, your heart's on your sleeve, so you're not gonna mind anyway. So let me just take advantage of you. Let me just think. And some people even go to a further extension to say that, oh, she's probably naive, or he's probably stupid. He probably don't know better, so I'm just gonna take advantage because they're not gonna notice the difference by the time it happens.
Some people probably do have that mindset, but I also think some people don't do it on purpose, because it's okay, she's always gonna say yes at the end of the day. So they're so used to you leading on their side, or whatever the case is, that they don't even think that they're doing anything wrong.
Yeah, and then when you say no, everybody looking at you like you the bad guy.
What?
But people don't know healthy boundaries, so people just overextend. Some people overextend, and some people just keep taking from the limb,
That's why I believe it's important to teach people how to treat you.
Yeah.
Once you start saying no and setting those healthy boundaries and doing those things, and you won't get disappointed in the end. Because I had a lot of disappointments with that.
Oh yeah.
When it comes to always doing for people and overextending yourself, and then you don't get the same in return.
Oh
so
yeah.
It disappoints you.
Yeah, I was about to say, think about how when you need something and then and nobody's nowhere to be found. Nobody nowhere to be found. And you looking like, dang, where's everybody when I need you? Or think about when you overextend yourself and you've got a lot going on, and sometimes you're going through something. And
you
it
feel
can be as simple as a
sees
conversation, but it could be as simple as a conversation. And you're scrolling through your phone and you saying, "Who can I call to talk to?" And you don't have anybody to talk to because you feel like everybody don't have time for you,
exactly.
And you extended yourself to probably everybody in that list. I had to take a seat back and actually really say one day, how many of these people in my phone really have me?
Mm-hmm.
And I kid you not,
Careful.
I stopped calling those people. And my phone don't ring. My phone is quiet. I can say a good 5 people call my phone now. And then I still say maybe even 2 out of those 5 is gonna need me. And 1 is my mama, so she always gonna need me. But that's different. And that's honorable mention. That doesn't count because, your parents is one thing.
Mm-hmm.
But anybody else outside of that, I've had family members all through my youth. And they probably, if they ever see this episode, they're probably going to have attitude. But the point is that, they knew I was going to always say yes.
Yeah.
Can you take pictures? Can you do a design? Can you come and shoot at this event? And I'll say, no. I've said yes. And then I'll say, no, because I want to enjoy the event like you enjoy the event. And then everybody get offended. I don't see what the problem is. It's not a convenience to them. Mm-hmm. And then people always react when you tell them that you're no longer doing something that's inconvenience to other people. You're doing it for yourself. Mm-hmm. Now everybody wants to look at you like you're the mean guy. It's not fair. And I just think people should learn compromising because it shows a side of you that says, I am caring. I do care about your well-being. I do think what's best for you is important.
But I also care about me too.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's that hit me strong, y'all. This topic just, and that's probably why I'm going off so much. But like, I'm one of those people where I've been super nice, and literally, if I can, I will give you the shirt off my back. And I've gone to a space where my platter can be full, but it's never full what I wanted to do. It was always full with what everybody else needed me to do. And once I started clearing off that platter, I was like, dang, you so used to taking care of everybody else, you don't even know where to start with yourself.
With me, I'm so used to like serving other people. Like, I wake up like, dang, I want to be like, my heart is like, God, like, bless me with more so I can bless other people.
Yeah.
And it's like, not everybody think like that. I had a friend the other day that texted me and asked me, hey, do you need anything?
And it hit different when somebody actually worried about your well-being.
What?
You like, huh? And even though you're going to say no, because
Yeah.
you're like, no, I got it. I can handle myself. But it's a breath of fresh air knowing that someone cares.
Yeah.
But another thing on the flip side, don't ask me if I need something if you're really not going to come through for me.
Oh my gosh.
And I mean that wholeheartedly. Don't.
Because you know I'm going to say no.
Even if I say no, like don't, and if I say yes that one time and you like, oh, well, I really actually doing that because I didn't expect you to say yeah. Like, don't ask me if you don't mean it, because I care about the thought. Most likely I'm going to say no, but still, it gets to be a time where sometimes you have to say, I'm going to bite my tongue and say yes for the first time in 1,000 no's.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's unfortunate, but sometimes even with you still being able to treat people or show people how you want to be treated, I think with family more than anything, they
It's
know
a
you.
little harder.
So it's like they're still going to try it. You could tell somebody 1,000 times no, and 1,001 times they still going to ask you for the same favor. And it's just like, do you even care about my well-being? Do you even care that what you're asking me for is a lot? Do you care that it's affecting my mental? Do you care that my time is important to me, whether I choose to eat on that time, sleep on that time, breathe on that time, or do absolutely nothing?
Yeah.
My time is my time, and I just feel like you should respect that as another human being. Most people they're not with that. Think about how you work in a job, and they ask you, what's your availability? And then if you give them all your time, they take all your time.
They take all of it.
But if you tell them, no, I can only work between these hours and these hours, they say, well, I'm sorry, I can't hire you because that's not beneficial for the job. Or if they do say, well, I can hire you for these hours, but then even when you're working, some days they'll say, well, can you, if your cutoff time is 4 o'clock, can you work till 5? Can you work till 6? Can you work till 7? And next thing you know, you're working all day long because they have slipped their way into your space.
Yeah.
And you have to be firm with that, like compromising. But it's always a beautiful thing when you meet people who know how to compromise, who care enough. What about being a good person and knowing that you're a good person and knowing that you're going to give and the other person is continuing to take? And do you ever wonder, like, do you know that you're taking? Like, do you know that do you know that you're like latching on me? Because for me, I've dealt with people now and I've always often questioned, like, do you know you're making this mistake?
Yeah.
Is this a lesson you haven't come across in life yet? And then for me, sometimes I feel sorry for them, so I try to figure out what angle they're coming from. But most people they know what they're doing. They see your specialness before you do, and so they're like, let me just take that real quick.
Wouldn't it be great if you can actually see people's intentions?
Yeah, that would be a beautiful thing.
I think that kind of goes hand in hand with discernment. Like, it's a hit or miss for me because it's like sometimes I could be like operating highly in discernment. Sometimes it's like you be missing all the red flags because you just like the person so much, or you care for the person so much that you don't see it. Like, even with family, like, you care and love this person so much that you don't even see when they're using you or when they're taking advantage of you, or things
and
like
sometimes
that.
you know they're using you, just bite the bullet because you love them enough to just make them happy. I learned a lesson that you have to put yourself first, and I think that was, to me, honestly, that was a message from God. Saying, listen, I love you, you are worthy. you have to put yourself first in order to get those things that you want so that you can help those people.
Yeah, because you're helping everybody out with their vision and their dreams, and then you just sitting in the back seat like, God, when is my turn? It was been your turn, but you never focused on you never focused on you.
Yep.
You was busy extending yourself to everybody else.
Yep. Story of my life. Story of my life. I heard something in a dream said to me, you could have avoided all of that. This, like you could have avoided those things.
Yeah.
But you had to learn those tough lessons because the way you love. You had to learn those lessons because I've been had this ready for you. But you were worried about everybody else. And I told you before that you need to work on you.
You ever help somebody reach like whatever goal they had? You helped them out, they reached it, and they didn't even look back to help you or look back to even say thank you?
Plenty of people. Plenty of people.
This topic looking like more like compromise and setting healthy boundaries.
Yeah. I've literally helped put somebody through college.
Wow.
And you see where I'm at with no college degree. After that, you don't even want to go back to college. And what did I get for it? Good job, thank you. That's all I got. I didn't get the house, the new car, the extra money that comes along with it. I didn't get all those things. I got a good job, thank you, I appreciate it so much. And even that's not enough. I said, and that was me young. Won't do that no more. But I didn't receive the benefit from it. I didn't even level up from it. And the interesting part
is, can't even turn around and say, "How can I help you?"
But here's the thing. I'm gonna give you the flip side. When I did need the help to go to college, because I forgot about this part, I asked almost everybody I could think of for help to sign a loan, and everybody told me no. And if they told me no, it was some sort of excuse behind it. And it's like, I helped you. Even with the time I didn't want to put in, even with the energy, even when I didn't know what I was doing. But I still put an effort to try to figure it out. So I say, that's why I say compromise comes from any level. And it might not come necessarily right away in that moment. Like I said, I needed that person years later. And I still gotta know. So, but it wasn't even just that person. The whole circle I have helped at some point, multiple times.
Couldn't come through.
And everybody said no. That was my village.
That's tough.
And I don't even hold a grudge on it, because I do believe that what's for me is for me, and maybe that's not the way that God wanted me to reach my success. So I do believe that, lessons build character. And maybe there was a reason for that. I still have yet to find out. But when I saw that path, I was like, oh, this is too easy. I can go in there and I can execute, and I literally can do what I need and have everything done by the time I graduate. And it wasn't a thing for me. And that was like probably one of the most heartbreaking things in my life, because that is where I needed compromise the most. I think out of my entire village, 2 people tried to help and couldn't. But not because they didn't want to, it's just their credit wasn't in place to help. So it's like, you see things like that, and it's like, that they can help you. Like, I tell you, the most heartbreaking is in that situation was my father literally told me no, he wouldn't help me, and he's the one who had the great credit out of everybody. Anybody that got an American Express card got decent credit. So, for you to tell your own child no, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
So compromise, we ain't no strangers. It's on my side, it works. But it seems like on other people's side, for when I need it, it doesn't work.
Yeah, not everybody wants to compromise.
And it's cool, because I get it, boundaries. But, it's a thing, it's a tricky, it's tricky. You have to find those people with the whole hearts, and the good intentions.
Especially people like, I believe us, like I can say you because I know you're like that too, that we give, we serve without expecting anything in return. So it's like, okay, it's easy for people to like take advantage. It's easy for people to be like, oh, let me ask her for help because she's never gonna ask me.
Well, listen, that was the old me. Now I'd be like, what's in it for me? You know, like if I really care about you, I'll go out my way. You know what I mean? Like, and if I know that that person is the same way. But now, what's in it for me? Because at the end of the day, I don't have time to be losing time no more. If you need a design, don't look at me crazy when I tell you how much it costs. If I was giving it to you for free all these years, you looked up.
Yeah.
But now that I want to charge, you can't be mad. And if you don't like it, oh well, go find someone else
And
who
if
you can
anything,
take advantage of.
I feel like if anything, I would rather support a friend, a family member, more than
Absolutely.
I would support a complete stranger.
Well, you know, at one point I thought the same thing. And whether you know it or not, when I was in activities with my family, for me, that was my way of giving. Well, I don't have the money to give you. But I know I have these talents. I know I have these gifts. So let me give them to you. Let me use them as an act of service. Because if I do that, then, you know, it's more beneficial to you than the money. The money, you can go do whatever you want to do with it. But if I'm taking pictures or something, that lasts forever. You can do whatever you want with those pictures. You can build a scrapbook. You can build a memory book. You can go take them, put them in a poster for an event. Whatever you choose to do with them. I've given you something you can use down the line for years. Your children's children will see something like that. So it's more of a, to me, it's more of giving value than giving something that will be gone tomorrow. That's always how I thought about giving, if I could. You know, but most people want money. They want money.
Well, guys, this was our topic about compromise. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for supporting. We made it to our 7th episode. Keep supporting, follow, subscribe, like, share. Someone who really needs it, whether it's a family or friend, please share our video. We love you guys.
And follow us on social media. Don't speak for us.
Bye.
Bye.